Question mark? Did that work? It did. All right. So YouTube decided today, welcome everybody back to the live stream now. If this works, I hope. I hope it's working. It looks like it's working. YouTube fixed something, which is awesome. I now no longer have to click 4 buttons to make the stream go live. But in the process, deleted all of my information and I had to re-input it. So that's fine. I was really upset until I discovered that they actually simplified it. And hopefully that was just a one-time hiccup. And the stream won't be late anymore. So hopefully we'll see how that goes. Welcome everybody. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's pop this chat out so we can start talking to people. Go to the voice channel chat. Go back to this. Welcome Rick. Welcome Vitali. Beholder gang. Drawing a gang is like a bunch of people. That's not. that's cheating. Oh, could you draw 15 bugbears, please? That's not a character submission. 15 mimics. But we are back. We are back in the Discord. We are back in Aggie.io. Welcome Ace, Dippy, Jonas, Sierra, Vitali. Everyone's here, I think. Rick, Lego. Got a whole bunch of people today. The last stream, yesterday, was our 100 episode, which was super fun. So thank you everybody that was part of that. We drew a whole bunch of rugbies, which I'm also down for. I was looking through, I got a whole bunch of new stickers and stuff, and I was like, man, because I was showing them to my friends, and they were like, what is this little critter? I'm like, oh, it's Rugby, and I started explaining it, and then I said at one point, like, he's kind of the unofficial mascot, and I was like, this is my channel. I'm just going to make him the mascot. So I think Rugby is just the official mascot of our channel now, which is kind of weird and good, and good, so I'm excited for that. So that's going. Yeah, it looks like it's working out pretty well. Right? Draw Zorbo. A homeless Luxodon druid covered in vines. A vine Luxodon. That one's real good. And that's a good way to get a character drawn, I think, right there. So let's go ahead and start with that. I do like we could draw more Zorbos, I guess. I don't remember. I'll have to look it up. Are they? Official mascot, then it makes him your profile pic. I don't know. No, I think I'm my profile pic. And the mascot can just be everywhere. Unaligned small monstrosity Zorbo. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Is that why they're called Zorbos? Because they're absorbing everything? Because that's super weird. So it just like, it dissolves? Oh, Jesus. That was a whole lot of information. But what I gathered out of it is that the Zorbos basically touch anything and they absorb it into themselves and they become it. Is that pretty up to snuff? You get half of it? Okay. I am Zorbo. Absorbo, the amazing monster devourer. situationally strong. Yeah, that's true. You fight a Zorbo in a cotton candy factory, and it's probably gonna be an easy time. Hey, depends on your universe, I suppose. I know there's an X-Men character that has those powers. I don't remember his name though. Well, yeah, Rogue can absorb people's powers, but there's another one from, I want to say X-Gen? Is that what it was? I can't remember. Literally touched anything and absorbed it and became that, so he could turn into metal. A little bit, yeah. From Tomb of Annihilation. Heavy armored harpies with metal plating on her claws to make them more sharp. That's pretty good. I like that. We can write that down. Let's start writing stuff down. I think we're gonna be good. So we're doing we're starting with the Luxodon. A Holophant. And then the armored harpy. Elefante. I think I have a problem with making all of my cartoony characters either look really, really like grumpy or like really excited, like oh. I think those are the only two faces I know how to draw. Isn't that like Barbar? Yeah, I think it is Babar. Okay, pretty sure it's... Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So one of the suggestion for this was a homeless Luxodon druid. Aren't most druids homeless? Yeah, I think that's just part of the thing, isn't it? I live in the trees. I'm gonna give him a hat. I don't know why I'm giving him a hat. I was thinking of Babar and was gonna give him a crown, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. All right, vines though. Vines is the thing that we need to make this dope for. Should his whole clothes just be made out of vines, or should he be? Fingerless gloves. It sounds more like you're trying to turn him into like an edgelord or something. Is that a derogatory term? I don't think it is. Maybe it is to edgelords. Because as soon as you said trench coat and fingerless gloves, I just instantly think of like a lot of people I went to high school with. We'll give him like Matrix glasses and a katana. I studied the blade. I do like the idea of a druid with a beanie. That's pretty great. Oh, sad. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. It's not. I think I'm just gonna make a regular druid because I think that's homeless enough. I made him angry again, though. I made an angry druid. Curse you, people that live in wood houses, culling my forest. I'm gonna. Man who spoke snakish. I have no idea what that is. Is that a D&D thing, or is it just... Ah, it's just a Estonian national book. Okay, cool. I don't want to get your hopes up. I don't read a lot of books. And the ones I do... yeah, I'd have to listen to it. And I have a bit of a backlog. That sounds like torture to me, then. Okay, I'm going to go back to the vines here, because I think the vines would be pretty cool. I'm going to do this. I'm going to give him, like, that. He's just going to be, like, wrapped up all the way. Oh, I've made some kind of weird bondage elephant. That's not what I wanted. I've been tricked. I've been duped by the chat. Oh no, black tentacle again. We'll give him an eye patch. I don't know why I'm giving him an eye patch, but we're going to give him an eye patch. The bus schedule, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna make him more wrinkly. That's what I'm missing. I'm missing some elephant wrinkle. I think elephant druids should be able to cast shillelagh with their trunk. That's my thought. Just have a big old club. Ooh, this is a good warm up because I'm garbage right now. Let's fix this. Let's get this leg. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going. This whole forest is my home. Get out. Go and get. That's how someone... They can't, yeah. There's no reason you can't have a grumpy old druid. I'm going to give him some leaves here. Yeah, only people. Only matter. He's got like a no trespassing sign. That got real dark real fast. Not really. You got the Radagast ones where birds live in their beards, and then you got the A little bit. It's always the wrong time. No shirts. Death is an illusion. And so are pants. No shirts, no shoes. Or else. I think it's funny. Anyways, moving on. That'd be pretty good. Okay. I might take flack for this. Zootopia is a good movie. One, I like it. Good job. The weird like naturalist camp they go to was just like perfect humor. They did such a good job with that. Yeah, because they're like, hey, yeah, they're all anthropomorphic, but they're animals, and it's like that is hilarious. Like the fact that they can get that joke into that movie was really good, and I think it addresses a lot of like old school Disney stuff. Because it's like, are they people or are they animals? Which one is it? So, really funny. I think the I don't know, is that guy a llama? What is the guy that the guy they talked to at the desk? Yeah, the one that like walks him around. I think that guy would be a fun druid to play. Buffalo. Yeah. Super good. I don't know anything, man, but I'll tell you about it. Such a good. Mm-hmm. Maybe it was. I've definitely met people like that. But definitely a fun character. Just write it down. Okay, there we go. There's our vine druid. Wants people to not wear clothes. Is your monster manual when you make it add a monster or two? Then use a spell. What? Is in your monster manual when you make it add a monster or two? Use a fork. Spell fork. Vitaly, I'm really confused about that sentence. Oh, gotcha. Add a monster or two that use the spell fork. Okay, I gotcha. That makes more sense then. I guess I don't know why anything couldn't use the spell fork. Like that's the one that I'm thinking of. Is that the one that duplicates the spell, or that you can cast two spells? I'm thinking of a twin spell. Okay. It's just an evocation spell? I'll have to look that up. I don't know. Alright, I'm going to draw Zorbo. Do they technically just look like anything? Yeah. Oh, that's right, they're drop bears. They're drop bears. Oh boy. Yep, they're just tiny devil koalas. I dig it. It turned into metal. I like the idea that it can absorb players' weapons and shields. I think that's a pretty fun mechanic. Unless it absorbs the swords of the enemies. And then it has, like, sword hands. Oh, what have I drawn? I've drawn something terrible. Let's do that. What was the ghouls? Ghouls in Pathfinder are notoriously good at killing. Not ghouls. Whites. Whites are notoriously good at killing parties because they're CR1, but they can de-level you. And if you're a level 1 character, you just die. It's like, hold on a second. Yeah. I think they designed them before they put in the ability and ability drain versus ability damage. And so it just kind of the CR is wrong. They should really be CR 3 to 5, I think. And they just were never put in that way. Yeah. Yeah. It was real bad. If you ever played Final Fantasy 11, which is a pretty classic MMO, something that was really funny is that like armor sets were capped at a level, like the whole set. So you could basically, as soon as you hit 35, you could go to an auction house and or find a vendor and just buy the entire new set of armor, and you get all your stats. You're like, yes, great, put all the armor on. You go out to do your first dungeon and you die and it de-levels you, and then you can't wear any of the armor and you're just like, no. So now you're trapped in the middle of a dungeon completely naked, like, I don't know what to do. I need to go back to town. I already sold my old armor. I feel like that happened a lot. What's up? Yeah, no, that's happened to me several times. Yeah. Oh, well, after the first time I didn't sell, the first time I sold my armor, after that, whenever I leveled up, I waited until I leveled again before I sold my old armor. Okay, so this guy's going to be standing on some, I don't know, stones? Let's do stones. He's standing on like a brick. Wow, okay. Yep, that's it. That's how I draw bricks now. We're gonna give him brick texture. He's like, I'm invincible. No one can stop my. That's the same thing. Potatoes. Yeah. Oh man, they could just like bench press you. 115? That doesn't sound right. That's not right. 185. I can't math fast. 195. There's a scene in Pacific Rim where Gypsy Danger whacks one of the creatures with an oil tanker. That is a great scene, and I love it, and I'm glad I'm glad it's in the movie. That's not how physics work. No part of it, no one part of a ship can hold up the rest of the ship. So there are a lot of D&D examples. This is what you're saying and why I'm talking about it. And the point I'm trying to make is I've had people in D&D games be like, I'm going to pick up this building and throw it. And it's like, you have the strength to do that. You try to do that and you just rip the wall off. Like, that wall cannot support the building. That's not how that works. So yes, while possibly number-wise you could, I don't allow that kind of crap because it's just like, it's too bananas. Maybe I'm just salty because I just spent the last 2 weeks jacking up our shed and trying to re-level it, and that was a pain in the butt. That was super pain in the butt because every time I did anything, it was like, and now the whole thing's gonna explode and fall down. Let's not do that. But no, it's done. It's done. I have a shop now, which is good. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Pottery is very finicky because you have to go through the heat tempering too. So it's like you have to have materials that are going to expand and contract at the same rate, and like that just adds a whole nother level of complexity before it even gets to like the final structure, which is super complicated. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Strong in one way. So if you wanted to like help it be buoyant, I could see your strength doing that. But picking it up, no, bad, 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 bad. That being said, here's my cotton candy Zorbo because why not? And he's just gonna have like a cool do. We'll stick one cotton candy paper out of him. We'll just give it a little wisp. There we go, and that's that. Okay, so I added Eldritch Horror Medusa on there, even though Mr. Apples, I think we've already got one for you. Okay. Rude. All right, we're drawing an armored harpy. Are you talking about like are you talking about the um there's no Medusa, but some of the Naga Ashara people, yeah, have snake hair. Um so I think they look pretty cool though. I think they look great. Yeah. Push-ups. That's all right. All right, we're doing a harpy and plate mail. That's what I've decided. Yeah. No, please don't. Okay, we're done. We're done with this thing that we're not going to talk about. Like, what the hell? I'm not going to talk about it. I'm definitely not going to talk about it. Don't worry, I'm not going to talk about it. It's not something I'm going to talk about. It's bad, but I'm not going to talk about it. That's what just happened for a minute. That's literally what just happened for a minute. Holy shit. Ooh. Get my hackles up. Just trying to draw this harpy. Yep. No, the Greek pantheon is pretty messed up. Pretty weird. Yeah. It's just... I just realized I don't know what harpies look like. Harpy. There we go. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, that's fair. Oh man, I just found the Forgotten Realms harpy image. That's beautiful. Like that's such a good painting. Oh, it's by Jesper S. Yeah, I can't say his last name, but that makes total sense. If you haven't, if people haven't seen Jesper, I don't know how to EJSING. He does a bunch of art for Magic the Gathering. Super good artist. Super good artist. Um, did the harpy painting that I found. Really cool. I dig it. Uh, Kalimdor? Trying to logically like explain Greek mythology through cryptids. Please be careful about talking over each other. What? Man. The whole point of this was that I was supposed to draw a harpy in armor. And now I'm just struggling to draw a harpy. I just got a whole bunch of different things going on there. Remember the rules, everybody. Pause for a second, and then comment. Pause, then comment. Like this. Miller, please be careful about talking over people. Did they attack it? He's dead now. One of them attacked the Astral Dreadnought and is dead now. Yep. Okay, let's do this, and then I want to do this. Yep, that looks good. Let's do that. Okay. Let's wait. How else are you gonna fight a dragon? Has anybody played the Dragon Slayer? Ace, you played the Dragon Slayer class, right? Dragon Rider, okay. That would be an interesting fight to see. Like a sword wizard just flinging swords around the dragon. The dragon's like, what are you doing? Stop that. Stop it. That would be pretty great. Okay, so I need these legs. I'm going to be drawing a lot of legs in the future because I'm terrible at them. Good. I'll do it again. Give me a spoon. Find me a dragon. That, out of context, that probably made no sense to anybody on YouTube, so I'm sorry about that. That'd be pretty dope. Storm of Blades. Yeah, Storm of Blades is a great spell. Serrated spoon. Okay. Let's do that. And then I want some armor plating here. Get more claws. The other leg. More claws. The other arm. Actually, this arm should probably be out. This. No. I'm going to leave it. I'll leave it like that. We're going to cross. We're going to cross it. This drawing has gotten complicated on me. World of Warcraft. Yu-Gi-Oh is amazing. What? Whenever I think of harpies in armor, I think of the Valentine's deck in Yu-Gi-Oh. I have not seen a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I don't know. I think it's because I was already into Magic and Pokemon that I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh. Alright, I'm going to remove all the armor from the top of this. Oh. Everything you just said got way too real for me. Got way too real for me. Definitely not haunted. Once again, way too real. Way too real. Way too on point right now. That's a problem for tomorrow, me. That's true. Volcanoes are also not a good one, but hey, you gotta live somewhere. Gotta live somewhere. Okay, we got claws. Claw armor. I don't see why not. I think letting your players buy a house is actually fixes a lot of different problems in D&D. You're the reason people can't play Rangers. I mean, maybe that's what your players want. Maybe they just want, hometown adventures. The king of all cabbages. Yeah. Oh yeah. Bringing the joke back. That's pretty cool. Oh, Netflix. Okay, I think that's my armored claw harpy. Ah! Hopefully. That's a long ways off, yeah. That's double the amount of time we've put into this so far. Actually, is... That's 6 months, yeah. It's like 6 months away. Maybe I'll have to start doing 3 episodes a week. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, we're gonna. I want to make this more harpy-ish though. I feel like I need to make the face like pointier chin. Yeah. I think it was a discussion on Skyrim that led into a Lord of the Rings argument. Well, it's a D&D podcast. It's part of it. And I really don't have an issue with other universes. The problem is when people get really passionate about something, which is great, and I want people to be passionate about things, they will stop paying attention to the people around them. And I've had somebody decide to tell me the story of The Hobbit, just out of the blue. This was not on the stream, but this is something that people do when they're really passionate about something. They'll sit down and they'll be like, yeah, so this was really cool. I'm like, yeah, I love The Hobbit. And then they're like, my favorite part is, and then they recite a chapter to me. And it's like, I need you to tell me all of that in one sentence. Like, that's the time I have because there's like 18 people in this chat room. You get one sentence. That's it. So it's not so much that that I dislike Lord of the Rings, because I love Lord of the Rings. But if you have something cool you want to tell me about it, it needs to be short and concise. And that's the problem. So the things that people generally don't do that with are Lord of the Rings and Skyrim and World of Warcraft, because they're always really long stories. And so they just need to be... It's something that's just like, let's not argue about it. Let's just tell me cool things to be done. It... Yeah. Yep. And so I could, and there are places I've been on not other streams, but I've been to other places, and this happens a lot in the university, where the two ways you can deal with that is you can try to say, hey, can you be more concise? Like, let's try to have a conversation. And this is something, and once again, I don't want to say it that way. I want this not sound bad. When we started this stream, a lot of people would come on the stream and tell me a 10-minute story about their D&D game, because that's kind of how the comments have been, which I like to hear those stories, and those are fun to hear. But because of the YouTube aspect, I need to be able to either A, reiterate the story, which I can't do if you're telling me like chunks and chunks at a time, or it can't take up that much time because the YouTube can't hear the people in the Discord talking. So it's something that I want to keep happening, but I need people to realize that how they tell a story is different in this medium. It can't just be something that you would like sit down and tell someone for 30 minutes. So I think a lot of people have, in the Discord specifically, have figured that out. Like, I mean, from what they used to be to what like the Discord used to be to what it is now. We're working together really well as a team. We're having really cool conversations, and I love it. And it's just something that everyone has to work on and learn because it is a different medium than just sitting down with your friends and having a turn to talk as being in charge of the story. So yeah, I hope that didn't offend anybody if you feel like maybe you've come in and talked to me about your D&D campaign before, but I appreciate it. I really like it. I enjoy that kind of stuff. So kind of. I mean, it's just as we're going through this, and WoW is another one of those things where, you know, nothing happens quickly in WoW. It's always like, I have a great epic story that happened to me, and it's like, we don't have time for that. Give me like the 2 cool things that happened. It's like I jumped off a cliff and I killed a guy in midair. It's like, that's pretty dope. It's like that's a great story. We have the D&D chat in the Discord, which is a good place to post your D&D stories, or just little like long blurbs about that. We also have the homebrew and lore, which is kind of a like, hey, this is a cool thing we did, and I invented this deity to make this work, and yeah, and just the general chat is also great. Yep. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with that. Yep, that's a good way to put it. All right, there's my armored harpy. We're gonna be done with that one. I dig these wings. I'm always really bad at drawing the. Say that again. Do these wings do this? Is this what's going on here? And then they extend out? Oh, that's so much better than what I did. Stealing Jonas's anatomy. That's what we're doing here. But yeah, so really there isn't actually a you can talk about Lord of the Rings if people want to talk about Lord of the Rings. I don't want to straight out ban it, but the same rules apply, and those have been ones that we've traditionally started arguments about that take forever because people are very, very passionate about it. Like the topic of kings. I still don't understand that one. That's an interesting question. Yeah. I guess, can you give us an example of why dragons become bland? Gotcha. That's cool. Okay. That was my quick study. Yeah, lion turtles are classic dragons, which is super weird. You hate wings so much, right? So many sketches. Yeah, they look good. Okay. Eldritch Horror, here we come. They exist. There's yeah, once again, like Pathfinder is super epic because it is a re-envisioning of all of the information of D&D up to 3.5. So they have a lot of really cool dragons and stuff in there. You mean like the Dragonborn? Yep. Or you can do the half dragon that way and choose one of the just remake Iron Fist, but better. Sorry, that was a dig at Iron Fist. Yep, alright. I'm glad I'm not the only one that dealt with that. Anyways. Get your stuff together, Netflix. I guess it's Disney's owns it again now. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. How can I make this an Eldritch Abomination? Ooh. Okay. So what if this Medusa what if this Gorgon has Gorgons instead of snakes? And by that I mean D&D Gorgons, so it's just got like little bowls. Little iron bowls on the Medusa was just a Gorgon, I think is a good way to put it. Yeah, I always there's an interesting thought behind it. That you took somebody that was so beautiful and you punished them by making that no one can look at them, right? Like I like that concept, and it's like, why make them look ugly if that's the intent anyways? Because then it feels like, okay, cool, now if they are so hideous that they don't want to be seen, that defeats the purpose. Wouldn't you make them more beautiful and then make it so no one can look at them? Like, that feels more, maybe that's just more right. Okay, this has got to be Eldritchy, though. So I think I'm just going to make her whole face a mouth. I thought it was funny to make the snake heads Gorgons, D&D Gorgons. But maybe I'll just make her a Gorgon. Maybe I'll just make her made out of metal. Maybe she's got... Yeah. That's true. Yeah, maybe I'll just do lots of eyes. I'll go Julia style since I've been watching lots of Drawfee lately. I just will like super shade this in. Mercury? Yep. Yeah, there is a, what is it? So this could be just Pathfinder based, but there is a Void Dragon. I think the Void Dragon, which breathes negative levels. Its breath weapon is negative levels. Right? Yeah. Super funny. Of course, that could be a cool mechanic. Oh no, you've accidentally taken a level in Ranger. You have to find the Void Dragon and be breathed upon. Sounds pretty good. Is he a multi-class or just straight up Ranger? I would wait. What level is he? Isn't that like a rogue subclass? Hmm. No, I mean like it's like a ranger variant that takes from the rogue stuff, doesn't it? Does that make you really stealthy and tap sneak attack or? Okay, got it. So it's kind of the same damage base, but like sneaking. That's cool. I like that. That's a cool way to make that mechanic work. I'm gonna pull. Yeah. Yeah, there's been a few people that have built a few things like that. I think Hunter built something like that, didn't he? Or was that a fireball rifle? That's what he. Somebody was talking to me in, I believe it was on YouTube, but it might have been on Reddit, about a rifle with at the tip of it had a small anti-magic field. And then what you would do is you would reduce the size of a cannonball and then use that cannonball as the tip of a bullet. And then you would shoot the bullet out of the rifle, and then when it reached the end of the gun, it would dispel the magic and make it the size of a cannonball. And it got into this huge argument of where the physics lie. And that's the argument. It's like, well, one, it's magic. And two, I don't know how that... Because, like, physics-wise, it would then regain its size, but does it regain its mass? And it was a whole crazy argument. But it was an interesting idea of how to make, like, a weird kind of hand cannon out of magic. Yep, that's what my argument was too, and there's I mean it's one of those cool thought experiments that you could probably sit down with a physics teacher and actually like get all of the equations for, but it feels like why not just have a I mean if you're going through all that to make it sound real, just have a gun that shoots cannonballs, like done. Like why do you have to justify it? It's just like yeah, it's a blunderbuss that shoots cannonballs. It's like okay. All right, sounds good. Oh, I'm sorry. See, I wasn't concise enough. That's my bad. I'm pretty confident in my own physics, and I think my answer is correct, so I'm not worried about it. But you could run it by him. I think you're correct too. I think, that sounds like something that might be out of One Piece. Oh, is it actually out of One Piece? Did someone just try to take credit for something? Nice. I hate that show. I hate it so much. Sure. Cool. Does it shoot more magic missiles than normal? Or is it shoots four? Okay. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting way to do it. Because if you're shifting your size, your weight shouldn't change. Yeah. So that, yeah, that's my whole issue with Ant Man. Is Ant Man has Ant Man has positive reinforcement for that. So like when he punches somebody, he still has all the force that he would have as a normal person. But when someone punches him, he can go flying across the room. It's like that person just punched a 200-pound object. Every bone in that person's hand is just shattered. Uh, yeah, you think so? But also, like if you took yourself and you were standing on, let's say, a car, and you reduced yourself down to the size of an ant, you would fall through the car. It's the same. It's the same argument with the oil tanker. So once again, you have to suspend your disbelief and decide when those things apply. And it's the same thing with the cannonball. It's like as soon as it becomes a cannonball, if its mass changed from that tiny thing to that tiny thing, you keep the velocity it was going, but now the mass has changed, and it's going to absorb a lot of that energy and fall short. Unless you say that it retains a proportional amount of velocity, which is not physics based, but maybe it's magic based. Who knows? And in that case, would then the bullet, even though it's reduced size, still weigh 12 pounds like a cannonball would? And if so, are you carrying around a bandolier belt of like 200 pounds of cannonball bullets? All of those things are questions that would have to be answered to do all the math. It's magic. Oh yeah, why is that? Sure. Yeah. See that. Whoops. That in my mind would mean that it's not physically adding mass. It's just adding potency. I guess. I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense. It doesn't make a lot of sense at all. Yeah, that would work. Boom. Yeah, it would have to be. It would have to be because if you take something that is the effective like a baseball bat, and then you take a baseball bat that weighs the same, but you double its volume, it becomes a wiffle ball bat, and it deals less damage. Yeah. You have to add nails. Uh, the man with the plan Says half human, half astral dreadnought. I guess I will write that down, and I will have to figure out. A nightmare hyena, huh? I don't know what that means. Yeah. Half dreadnought. Yep, both of those are prompts. Both of those are prompts. I'll tell you. I'll tell you in a bit when I gotta finish this. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to change this. I like the head. I like the headpiece. Try to figure this out. That one's pretty dope. I'm using like a dragon skull for a helmet. It's pretty cool. Yeah, if you decide you want to buy a dragon mask and then you accidentally buy like the baby dragon mask, it's probably gonna not look as great. That's true, yeah. If you got like Game of Thrones style dragons. You look like a Cubone. Like, yeah. It's just like, hell yeah. Gotta. That's pretty good. It's like a hermit crab, but instead it's a kobold and a dragon skull. He's just like, ah! What did you say about kobolds? Yeah, or it could be like an army of kobolds just carrying around this giant dragon skull tank. You're missing out. It's good stuff. Yeah, that'll happen. It's too bad. I had a game last night that just turned into basically like a barbecue. It's like it's the first time we've seen each other in 4 months. Let's just eat dinner, eat dinner and be good. Social distancing, that's a thing. Yeah. Ooh, I did get the for them. Yep. Yep. Yeah. It is. So this is exactly what I was talking about the other week about like part of me feels responsible and like I should speak up and say agree or disagree with this, but I also feel like I should stay neutral because that's also. I definitely have. I have very, very opinionated views on this, and I want to share them, but I'm not going to. So, and of course, then Andreas shows up. People fighting? People fighting? What? What? You collapsed? What? Are you guys playing D&D? Apparently. Oh no. Oh, like Nemesis style. I'm back. Dang it. That's actually a cool idea. I like that. Okay, that's cool. And they just jumped out at the players whenever they were bleeding? Gotcha. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think the Lovecraftian things are hellhounds, and I think that's one of the issues with, not issues. I'm sorry. One of the reasons that people have established corners as being evil. I don't know if Lovecraft started that. I think that's a hellhound thing that Lovecraft took. I'd have to look up that. But yeah, I've always kind of liked that idea, and I always think that's like when cats just stare at the corners of rooms. It's like, uh-oh, we're in trouble. Sell the house. Yeah. I could agree with that. Yeah. He named himself the King in Yellow. It's like, what? Andreas, don't interrupt. That's funny. Yeah. He's a YouTuber, right? Yeah. Gonna put some more eyes on the side of this. I have a Journey to the West. It's been. I hope they aren't getting hit with anything. It's been really hard for people to read Journey to the West on YouTube because they get flagged, which is really weird. Because it's a national treasure story that has been rewritten so many times that lots of people have their fingers in the supposed copyrights. Yeah, it did. That's the it's specifically an issue with it's not technically copywritten. Oh yeah, it's super old, but it's been rewritten so many times that there are now people claiming that their IP is what you're reading, or a lot of publishing companies, because it is so highly treasured, will then try to. Once again, it's not copyright because it's not in a U.S. thing. That is, it's a really weird gray area. But lots of people keep getting claims about, like, this is my story, or this is my book, this is my version. You can't read this without my permission. You have to pay me money, and so it's been tough because I love that story. I have a whole set of the books, and constantly I'm always looking for, like, man, I would love to have an audio version of this, or I would love to have a YouTube, like, full YouTube reading of it, and they just don't exist. And the ones that do constantly get shut down, and it's sad. So yeah, and a lot of the new media with it is very much retellings and re-envisionings of it. I mean, there's constantly new stuff of it, which is cool. But at the same time, like, I do just want, like, an actual reading of it. You can still find them if you can read it in the original language, but there's not a lot of good translations out there, which is kind of a bummer. Right. Not too many people can. I am not one of them. Sure. The adapting an enemy reminds me of something shameful I did as a D&D in a non-D&D game. I'm not sure where that's going, but that's pretty good. Oh no, I love it. I've had things like that where people have made really good arguments for, like, a dragon to join them, and it's like, yeah, okay, okay, I got to rewrite the campaign now, but this is fine. This is fine. Oh no. Oh yeah. Short and concise. Short and concise. Oh, yeah. That's a bummer. Nice. I'm a big fan of not having to kill the big bad evil guys. Like if you can talk your way out of those fights or make, yeah, I really like people trying to find different ways to end end combat. I think it's really interesting. Kind of like a centaur or Strider, I guess, but an astral dreadnought. Wouldn't that just make you like an anglerfish? Might make you an anglerfish. Nightmare hyena. Is it an actual hyena? Or is it an actual hyena? The nightmare. we just draw a horse. Like, yeah, we're a horse now. I'm a horse. But with hyena ears. You got too many different names. I can't keep it all together. Didn't you already do one? Let's see here. No, I don't think so. Okay. We'll go with it. I don't. Do we need to draw a nightmare hyena, or should we just go for the astral dreadnought centaur? Okay, well, let's do that. We can do that. We can do a nightmare hyena. I think that could be pretty quick. There you go. Boom. Face. Because it's just... Okay, we're gonna give it horns. No, I take it back. We're gonna draw these. We're gonna make this super hellish. Short and concise. Short and concise. I think part of that is really good. I think we've talked about Coville's way for making characters before, whereas you need to know what their intent are, what they want, what they don't want. I think that's Coville's method. There are like 3 questions you should always have for any NPC, and I think that works great for bosses as well. Yeah, you don't need to like know everything about them, but you need to know their intentions. Like you, because then if someone does like, well, wait, I want to talk out of this situation, and the boss goes, I have no idea what I want in this world, and then just kills everybody. It's like, okay, so you need to be able to. Yeah, it's very boring. But if you're just doing like a dungeon dive, you know, and you know your players aren't going to do that, you know, screw it. Who cares? I was supposed to draw a hyena, and I think I drew a demon goat. Yeah. I love that. I love that idea. Um, so for that, yeah, you definitely would need a backstory. Then I think that's if that's your intent, but you also need to find a way to tell that story. Because in my experience, combat always goes, "Hello, we finally meet after years and years of fuck you, no fuck you," and then combat starts. Like that's it. That's how most of my combats start. So I have no longer had my villains pontificate because it's not worth it to my players. Ooh, demon powered magic. That's a nice twist. Don't judge me. He's got a little. Stop laughing. I am evil. That was a Vigard joke for any of my League of Legends friends out there. What? Where did that rule come from? More like a guideline. There we go. Demon hyena. I'm looking this up because this sounds bananas. Pigs can't fly. Yep. I can't find this at all. Interesting. You can use a pig foot to cast fly on yourself. That's kind of funny. Is it possible to attach wings to a pig and make it fly? Yeah, that's such a weird thing to be in a book. See, he's just waiting. One of these days, someone will ask me about the flying pig. Master of many treasures, pigs don't fly. The Unexpected Dragon Pigs Don't Fly. It's a book series. It's a Dungeons and Dragons book series. Is this Dungeons and Dragons though, or is it just? The book is called Pigs Don't Fly, and one of the main characters is the flying pig. Shame on you. Says it right there in the name. Yeah, I can't find anything. That's so weird. That would be interesting to see if someone. I want to know more about this because it sounds weird. It's just like maybe I made that up. Did I make that up? Was this a fever dream that happened? I've had those moments where someone will ask me a D&D question and I'll start typing it, and while I'm typing it, it's like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. And then I'll have to stop and do research. I've had a few people be like, are you okay? Like, I'll wait for your response, I guess. And I'm like, sorry, I'm thinking. And I'll just leave again. Let's change this. How can we make this look more demonic? Let's do this. You've already requested something. Critical Role has already done flying cows, so. Oh. That's a pretty good devil hyena. It's pretty dope. Negative energy. Why do you want me to draw elementals? It's literally just like. He's got a negative sign on his tum-tum. This is what he looks like. He's got goo in him. Yep. That's what I was thinking. It's like boop, boop. Gravity element. I have no idea how I would draw gravity elemental either. That's an interesting idea, yeah. Wait, what? Okay. I was like, that's not how shield works at all. That's pretty good. Alright, that's that, you know. Yeah, that's a pretty funny, like, I feel like that's something they would tell low-level wizards. Be careful about your shield spell. If you cast it near a magnet, it'll reverse and kill you. What? I saw it happen one time. It's just like an urban legend about the spell shield. Don't have any magnets in your pocket when you cast shield. Let's see, what is that? Yeah, that's the next one. Did someone draw a gravity elemental? Let's check this out. No. It does, yeah. It's literally just a black hole is the only image that exists. Yeah, some dreadnoughts are terrifying, and I don't know how to make this a person. Make the top half Astral Dreadnought, and then like weird people legs. Gee, mini Christmas. Yeah, right? I do that all the time trying to use the transform tool, and it just like explodes the browser. Yeah, it opens new tabs and brings you to them, which is super annoying with Aggie. Do Astral Dreadnoughts just... Yep, they just float off into existence. That's neat. I am everywhere and I am nothing. Is this a riddle? No. Just... He dreams up a hornet? Hmm. What did you... I don't know. Andreas said that when Astral Dreadnoughts dream, they create beholders, which is kind of a cool idea. Could be really funny to have a wizard just like right before your team fights an Astral Dreadnought. Don't cast sleep on it. What? Don't cast sleep on it. And then it just disappears. It's like, do we heed that warning, or maybe we? Now I'm curious. What's gonna happen? Let's try it out, and then everybody dies. Yeah. I live! No. Someone yelling "Who's your dad?" in a D&D game is not something I ever want to happen in any of my campaigns. I don't know what kind of game you're playing here, man, but my dad's gonna kick your ass. Like, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. And Andreas is muted again. Okay, so this. That's what we should call that. Just Shadow Realm is like just a punishment zone for bad puns and inappropriate things that no one wants to hear. Sad milk. Why does that sound familiar? Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay. Here's where things are going to get weird. I'm going to put a person on top. Nope. Wacky, wavy arm tube person up here. I'm an abomination. Woo. Couldn't quite figure out how fingers worked. Huh? It's just a wizard. It's a wizard that... Well, I guess this is my life now. Traversing the astral plane. It just looks like a dude sitting on top of an astral dreadnought. D. Schaefer, welcome. Mr. Sai, welcome as well. Uh-oh. Hit me. There we go. I dig it. I'm the captain now. I'm not going to write that. Yep. We're going to make the Astral Dreadnought look a little I'm gonna make him a little more slack-jawed, maybe drooling a little bit. Right? So good, so good. Really, really got me into wanting to do like Magic the Gathering art, and I looked at that for a little while, and that's when I really got into like rendering and painting. And then I discovered that I don't like it that much. Yeah. Yeah, they're super solid. Yeah! Adventure! Well, I'm glad you decided to be an artist. You got volume shapes. Oh, you got abstract. Those are kind of your options. You want to do abstract art? You really gotta nail that color theory. Gotta nail it. I'm coming into the session late. I just to see the weirdness. I tossed a monster at my party that was like a lizard being made of 4 human torsos and arms. Oh boy, more human centaurs. I blame the elves. Was a ding. The elves or the dreadnoughts? Like, ooh, that tail just goes on to infinity. Damn. Yeah. I'm redrawing the astral dreadnought merperson because I just hated. Because what I drew was just weird. Just weird and not what I wanted. It wasn't a bad drawing. I just didn't like it, so I wanted to try again. No, I mean I have it, yeah. Ah! There are templates for everything. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Immortal does not mean indestructible. Immortal just means you won't die of old age. Plus. Well, this is almost more terrifying than what I drew last time, so I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I think that's it. It's 12:05. We kind of made our way through it. We kind of did it. That was a weird day. That was a weird bunch of things to draw. Ugh. I think Jonas outdid me on all of them, though. That was pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that one. That one's pretty bananas too. I forgot about the stone drop bear and the cotton candy one. That was pretty good. Come at me, Zor, bro. Anyways. Yep, that's how it do. All right, well, tomorrow, I have no idea what we're going to do tomorrow. It is going to be a late stream. It'll be like 4 o'clock-ish, I think, is probably when that one's going to go. Yeah, it's going to be weird. Then Friday we will do another full draw for everybody, because why not? It's Friday. That's what we do on Friday. Not a lot else going on this week, which is kind of nice. It's nice to have some time that has not been crazy. The last few weeks have been. So we will try to catch up on that, get the videos going. I'm going to try the first Drawfee episode after this. So if you're part of that, please let me know. Make sure you're still good to do that. And I will pull all of you into a separate call or something else. We'll figure that out. But we're going to try to get that pulled together. And yeah, other than that, I don't have much else. I ordered more stickers yesterday. Super excited about that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, be safe out there. Be healthy. Keep your dice on the table. And keep drawing weird stuff. Or giving me stuff to draw that is weird, because I like it. So we'll go from there. Everybody have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Okay. So once again, YouTube just did that weird thing. Let's see if I can actually end